All right, there was some reaction from Matthew Tkachuk and Johnny Gaudreau, so we had to bring in the Gaudreaus because you guys came all the way, and I know you're spending some time here. We got to see the reactions as it went through, but Jane and Guy, no introduction necessary, but congratulations because that's part of it, right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
What's
much.
it like to be here for a moment like this here tonight?
Well, for us, it's it's just nice to get back to Calgary. For 2 years, we haven't been here, and we've watched our son and the team on TV, which is fine, but it's not the same as being here at the Dome, the red jerseys, and people going crazy. It's like, when he's got his 100th point, people are high-fiving me and like, oh, wow, this is great. I'm having fun here. So, anyways, it was good.
It was,
Yeah.
We have to talk about the superstition. Brendan, you pointed out you guys switched seats at some point during the game. Like, what happened there?
Yeah, well, when we first sat down, we were sitting, and I think I was in 13 first, and then the second period, then Meredith went into the 13th, and then the third one we were like, Guy, and of course, it's Guy because.
Here we go.
I'm the man. Right, John? Who's the boss? Who runs the show down here? Love you.
First
All right,
off,
get back to your interview.
we got to give him some spotlight. Maybe just you guys talked over 2 years, but as you start going in through all these situations and being part of this, you guys spent some time together at the All-Star game. But how special when you know that you could share these types of moments here together, and not just the 100, but the fact you're playing in the National Hockey League, and you kind of take that for granted sometimes. But just to be able to share it as a family.
Yeah, we don't take anything for granted for the fact that he's been here for 8 years and he's had some good teams. But as I watch the team play this year, they're really well coached. A coach that runs it as dictatorship, like it's my way or no other way, right? And that's the way a team should be coached. And
That's the way he coaches, so that's why.
That's what we've been.
If anyone's listened to this, any of his past players are
past
like,
player would say the same
Johnny
thing.
said that's
but-
why he's successful, right? Because he had you as a coach.
Like Daryl's done a great job with his team, right? And my son, flourished with that kind of coaching, and he's been playing with extremely good players. So I mean, you can say he's got 100 points or whatever, but without Lindholm and Tkachuk, he wouldn't be where he's at right now. So we all know that.
You see some of the similarities there too. Then is that between Daryl and Guy? You
oh
see
yeah,
that?
definitely, yeah, definitely, yeah.
So I got one for you because Johnny was saying this morning that I don't know how long you plan on be here, a couple of weeks, but he said you won't be leaving until he leaves. Is that true?
I'm here for 2 weeks, and Jane leaves, and Sunday she leaves, so she has to go back to work. Oh. I'm retired. I'll let her work.
So I'm gonna miss a lot.
I'm older. She's younger. That works that way.
You missed it here, Daryl. Just as he was wrapping up, he said you'd be a great head coach. He had you remember in Philadelphia, and behind the bench. Maybe that's a nice compliment.
I went in the locker room and I had a couple words with some of the boys, tell them how bad they're playing. He laughed. He thought it was funny, but he's a lot like I am. Hard nosed and play my way, or I don't care. Like parents. I've coached a lot of kids, and parents want to complain. So you can complain all you want. I'll coach the way I want to coach. It's my way or no way at all.
Yeah, I can attest to that. Sometimes I'm sitting there going, like, down in the seat, like, oh my gosh, like, who is this guy?
The funniest thing about the whole thing is, like, when Daryl was hired as head coach, people were like talking, Johnny Gaudreau and him not going to mix. I'm like, says to my wife, it's a perfect mix for my son. Perfect mix for me.
And I think we've seen that. I'm going to play it, sorry, just before we let you guys go, because I know you want to go share some moments with Johnny here as well. But we've got the reactions, and I just want to see, maybe we could talk through some of this stuff, is because you're watching these chances, and there were some good looks throughout this game. The power play, a couple opportunities, but here's the opportunities we saw, and this is the one. This is your reaction, so maybe just take us through what you're feeling here.
Well, I remember 8 years ago, we were in Philadelphia, and Craig Conroy was there. We signed a contract, fly to Calgary, middle of the night, then go to Vancouver to play the first game. And I was like the most nervous I've ever been. And I watched him play his first game. They lost 5-1, but I watched him skate. I'm like, you know what? He can play here. I was really like, wow. I was surprised he was going to be able to, have a chance. So it was good. But, to be where he's at now, I never thought that.
8 years tomorrow, right? That's, I think, where we're at. So
yeah.
wild,
Yeah, it's been 8 years in Calgary.
Jane, what do you think when you see that the highlights there? What are you thinking about as you embrace, and Meredith obviously there as well?
Yeah, we were just so proud. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad we got it over with the first day of our
Yeah,
first
absolutely.
game. So then we know. Although my daughter's flying in on Thursday, and she's going to be a little disappointed it didn't happen on her day, but that's okay. I'm sure she's still happy. She was texting us. She goes, "Yay!" So that was good. Yeah. So the whole family was back home watching.
Well, listen, thanks so much, guys. It's always great to have you in the building, and then
Thank you.
obviously to celebrate on a night like
you.
tonight. Appreciate it.
All
Yeah, I
right.
really enjoy watching you guys. Thanks.
All right, thanks,
Thank
guys.
you very much.
Right.
All right, there's
Have a good
Janie.
night.
We'll let you guys go. You guys get some
Yeah,
catching
go.
up to. Johnny's waiting for us. Yeah. Johnny Gaudreau hit 100 points here tonight on the season. There's Jane and Geeb. Great of them to stop by. I know we kind of dragged them out here, but
There was a bit of yelling down the hall, but hey, it worked.
It's part of it.